Well, the Oscars are approaching, and everybody always has all their things where they want the picture that they like to win and whatever. I don't care who wins the Oscars, but it does give us a pretty cool opportunity to talk about the films of 2025. Because I don't know about you, Jonathan, but I've felt like there's been a real downgrade in movies since, the golden era, in my opinion, of like the late 90s, early 2000s. Until recently, I've started to think movies have gotten a little bit better again. I think the Marvelization of everything kind of fucked things up for a while. What do you think about that, Jonathan? Do you think movies are getting better?
No. I think movies have been bad since about 2020. I think in the old days, it used to be you would have at least five movies that were fabulous and were legitimate Best Picture candidates, and you would say to yourself, I would say to myself, oh my God, how can this movie not win? But there'd be five of them. I'd be like, this is incredible. It'd be weird to have a year when because now I know there's 9 or 10 movies that are Best Picture, but in the old days it was 5. It'd be really weird to have 5 movies and have them not all be in some ways legitimate contenders. I remember Babe was nominated one year, the Pig movie, and I was like, it's kind of a weak year. Babe, I love Babe, but it's kind of a weak year. It obviously should never win Best Picture. That's absurd. But that was really rare. Now, I know they've expanded it out to 9 or 10 movies, which is, a populist thing to try and get more ratings, really. It's a ratings ploy. So that way they can nominate Avatar sometimes or nominate Weapons or something like that. Sinners, right? But I think movies are clearly worse than they used to be. And I actually am the guy, we've mentioned this before on this show, who keeps lists of every year, the best movies in order, in tiers. So I can actually go back and look year by year. I've been doing this since 2017, I think, maybe 2016. I can go back and look for the last 10 years and tell you, this year was clearly better than any of the last 5 years. Like, really since 2020. I think 2019 was the last really good year for movies. And I have the receipts if you guys want to hear them. I don't know if you do. I can tell you what the best movies are from that year. And I think if you compare them, for me anyway, it's really not close.
All right. What are your 2019 movies? I want to hear the 2019 top 5 movies to see if you're fucking full of shit or not. Because
I feel
like there's going to be holes in this. Like if we look at every year, Jones, get on this, start looking at the Oscar nominees from 2018 and previous. I bet there's some real lean years in there that Jonathan is kind of melding with the good years.
No. There are lean years, but the difference is since 2019, there has yet to be a fat year, is what I'm saying. There's there's 2 good movies that are true Best Picture contenders every year, at best, in my opinion. Sometimes 3, maybe if you're lucky. The old days, it was different, and I'm going to prove that to you right now. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's hear some stuff.
Here's 2019. This is just my list of the top movies. So you may disagree with some of them, but it's okay. It's a long enough list. I think we're good. I thought the best movie of the year was 1917, that war movie, which all took place supposedly as a oneer. I love that movie. I think that's absolutely worthy of Best Picture. I also love Jojo Rabbit, which was also nominated for Best Picture. Marriage Story, Netflix with Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver, thought was incredible. Little Women is one of my favorite movies of the last decade, honestly. That's on there. Clear, easy could win Best Picture. Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, that was the Tom Hanks, Mr. Rogers movie. Incredible movie. Tom Hanks does an unbelievable job as Mr. Rogers. That's the year Parasite came out and won Best Picture, also a great movie. Uncut Gems came out that year as well.
That's pretty good.
I could keep going, but I don't need to, right? That's just a year. We have not had a year like that.
You started to get me with Parasite and Uncut Gems, but I think you were way overhyping every other movie that you said before that.
Well, that's my order of best movies of that year. So those are the ones I like the best. So there you go. You think I was overhyping
Jojo Rabbit?
Did you see Little Women? You didn't even see Little Women.
I didn't see Little Women. That one I didn't see. What were the other ones? Jojo Rabbit I felt like was pretty good, but it wasn't like, holy shit, this is an amazing movie, in my opinion.
Really? How about 1917?
Marriage Story was just painful to watch. 1917 was good, but it wasn't like... I think there's 3... I will admit to the audience, I'm, as the internet would say, I'm a filthy casual when it comes to movies. I don't have any sort of good knowledge about movies really, except that I have an enjoyment of them. And I haven't seen Sinners, in part because I don't want to, and we can talk about that later. And I haven't seen Marty Supreme, which is just because I haven't yet. I want to see Marty Supreme. But I have seen 3 movies from 2025 that I think are better than maybe any movie that you mentioned just now. That's
3 movies from 2025 that are better than any of those movies.
Yes. I think 2025 is the year that movies are back, in my opinion. That is how I feel about it. And we will get into that, won't we? Yeah. Give me 2018.
Okay,
Give me some 2018s.
Oh, I just like push. All right, it's gonna take a second.
Oh man, your computer. You have to reopen the note. Fuck. Sorry.
Well, it's all. I gotta scroll all the way down. 2018 was a weaker year in movies, actually. I will say. I remember at the time, even I was like, "What happened? This was a bad year. Like nothing good really came out." So for me, the 3 best movies of that year, and I know you're going to be like, "This is an example of the kind of year it is now all the time," but this was rare back then. Which is, I thought the best movie was 8th Grade, the Bo Burnham movie with the little blonde girl in 8th Grade. I thought that movie was incredible, but not really Best Picture worthy, but the best movie of the year. Into the Spider-Verse, the first animated Spider-Man movie. That movie is you're rolling your eyes. I don't know if you saw it. It won Best Animated Feature.
No,
it deserved to win Best
It
Animated.
was good.
It's an incredible movie.
I enjoyed it, and I watched it. But it's like that's not anywhere near like a Best Picture contender type of movie to me.
Oh, I agree. Oh, completely agree. I'm saying this was a weak year. Totally agree. Blind Spotting was my number 3 movie, which was Daveed Diggs. The sort of weird, rapping sometimes like earnest story about like white guy, black guy in L.A. who are best friends.
All right. Bad year. Let's keep going. Bad
year.
2017. What do we got?
I don't have to. I started at 2018. I'm just seeing this now, so
Jones,
I can't go
what do we got on
2017
for Oscar nominees?
Oh yeah, good.
Best Picture Oscar nominees in that would be the 2018 Oscars.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's see. The winner, Best Picture, was Shape of Water.
Great movie.
Have Call Me by Your Name. The Darkest Hour. Dunkirk. Lady Bird. Lady Bird was
Great
good.
Movie.
Yeah.
Get Out, Phantom Thread, and Three Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
3 Billboards
Great
was
movie
really
also.
good. 3 Billboards.
That's a strong list. That's a bigger list than 5, right? They've already expanded it.
Yeah.
But there's at least 4 or 5 movies in there I would say are excellent movies, minimum. Right?
Yeah, that was good.
Darkest
That was
Hour is
pretty
the Gary Oldman, Winston Churchill movie, I think, right? That was kind of boring.
Yeah, pretty boring. Yeah.
But like Get Out, I think is a classic, like a legit classic film.
Get Out was very good. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Yeah.
3 Billboards is awesome. I still rewatch little chunks of 3 Billboards, and I'm like amazed by it.
Well, if
like,
you get
regularly.
some Rockwell, if you get Rockwell, you got me.
I mean, even without Rockwell, that movie is strong.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about 2025. And again,
Let's do it.
and this is a big omission on my part. I haven't seen Sinners, in part because I don't have that much time to like see movies. So I don't see movies at the same rate that I used to because I have 2 children and it makes it difficult. But I don't give a fuck about vampires. I really, really don't. I don't care at all about the concept of vampires or what you want to do that's new and special and fresh about vampires. I don't give a shit. I really, really, really just don't. It's just stupid shit to me. And I heard that they sing sometimes, and that's a huge knock on it. Not interested in vampires who sing. No thanks. I know it has like the most Oscar nominations in history, so maybe I have to see it just because it has so much acclaim. Although I've heard from many people that I respect the tastes in movies, including you, Jonathan, that it's like, yeah, it's pretty good, but like it wasn't like, holy shit, this is a fucking amazing movie. And so if it's like, just pretty good and it misses all of the marks for me as far as the type of movie that it is, I don't see why I would see it. So I can see why the audience might think I'm a fraud for talking about the movies of 2025 without having seen Sinners, which is arguably the headliner. I don't care. I'm not seeing it. Not interested.
I mean, I've seen it. I know a lot of people really love this movie. I don't really understand why. I think there are good things about it. I didn't hate the movie or anything like that. I think it's like a solid 5.5 or 6 out of 10, which is nowhere near Best Picture quality for me. You know, on my list of this year's movies, it is nowhere near the top. It's like right in the middle there. And like among the movies that I'm like, feel kind of like whatever about. I would also say Sinners is brutal for the first 45 minutes or so until we get to the vampire stuff, where we're just like walking around, getting to know all the characters. And it's like, it's way too long. And for me, it did not work. I know people like this movie. I just am not one of them in this way. And I don't really get how in the world this can be. Like Warner Brothers is doing a double Best Picture strategy because they have that and One Battle After Another both nominated for Best Picture. And they're both like kind of, at this point, that and Marty Supreme are like the 3 favorites, I would say. I don't see how anyone could think One Battle After Another is anywhere close to Sinners. Sinners is like so much further down than those other 2 movies. And I have things to say about those other movies too. I haven't even gotten to those. But to me, Sinners is like third of 3 here. And it's not that close at all. It's weird. I don't understand what's going on.
All right, so Sinners is not going to be our favorite movie of 2025. That's
not.
clear. Because I haven't seen it and you don't like it that much. Jones, did you see it?
I have. Yep.
And what did you think?
I mean, I think I would probably rate it a little higher than Jonathan. Like, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie, but I would never. I don't think I'd put it as a best picture. Like that, I didn't walk out of that thinking, oh, that was really good.
I would say the thing that's strongest about Sinners, besides like a few of the cool vampire aspects that they do kind of interesting, is the last scene is excellent. Mm-hmm. And so it ends very strong, which I like, primacy and recency are like the two best things you can do in any kind of media. So like it ends so strong, it's hard not to feel like a little bit like, ooh, I like that. When I would say most of the stuff in between is like fine, but not amazing. But the last scene is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's go on to the other movie that I haven't seen because I'm a fraud. But I really do want to see Marty Supreme. So do you feel like that is a worthy Oscar contender level movie?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not. I know people love this movie. I know Chalamet's probably going to win Best Actor. This movie has a chance to win Best Picture for sure. I don't really understand it. I think it was a good movie. I think it is, this is, a friend of mine said this to me, but I think it's correct, which is it's more a collection of scenes that are good than a narrative that goes all the way through. Like, it doesn't really tell, in my opinion, a clear story. We're sort of just following along and lots of crazy things happen, and they're good scenes. They are. They're compelling. I wasn't bored at all. Somehow, we don't see that much ping pong, but the ping pong is fun to watch, which is weird because I was like, how could that work? They make it fun to watch. And again, it's like 5 minutes total of ping pong in like a 2.5 hour movie. It's mostly about this guy who's like hustling his entire life, and that's fine. But I got to tell you, I like this movie better when it was called Uncut Gems because I thought Adam Sandler was awesome in that movie. I thought that it felt more original. It's by the same director as Uncut Gems. It's by the same. I mean, it's the same movie in a lot of ways. It really is has a lot of the same energy as Uncut Gems, except Uncut Gems, in a good way, was more frantic and higher stakes for me, anyway. They're both period pieces. Uncut Gems is a period piece not that long ago. I know it's like early 2000s, but it doesn't take place in present times.
Kevin Garnett can play himself. That's how close it is. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And this one takes place in the 50s. So that is different. There's a 50s piece to it, but there's a very similar filming technique. Like, it really feels a lot like Uncut Gems to me, and except Uncut Gems was better. So it feels derivative, which is weird. I didn't expect it to be that, but it does. Like, as I was watching, I kept getting Uncut Gems vibes very strongly. I said it to my friend who's like, oh my God, yes, who didn't know it was by the same guy, but he really agreed. So I thought it was a good movie for sure, but I don't think it deserves anywhere close to Best Picture. I don't understand the hype around this one.
Okay, well, I'm glad that neither of those movies that I didn't see are movies that you were like, this is the best movie of the year for sure. I'm glad it didn't go that way. By the way, speaking of primacy and recency, Uncut Gems, good ending. That's a good ending in that movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Good.
So if you haven't seen Uncut Gems, by the way, anybody who's listening, you should go see it. Unless you have like issues with stress. If you're like too easily stressed and it ruins your day, then don't, because it's a stressful movie, but it's a fun movie. All right. So do you have any other movies? I have 3 movies that I told you that I think are like fantastic movies that are, I think, better than any of your 2019 movies, including Parasite, which everybody thinks is like the greatest movie of all time, but I think it's pretty good. I want to hear what you think of Bugonia, Train Dreams, and One Battle After Another, because those are the 3 movies that make me think movies are back. I thought all these were great movies. I think there is one, to me, it took about a week after I saw it to realize this, but I think there's one clear best one that I think is one of the better movies I've ever seen.
Wow.
And
I'm going to guess that's Train Dreams without knowing, but why don't you go ahead and talk? Why don't you talk first about, I've been talking for a while. I want to hear your thoughts on movies too. Talk about why you think those 3 movies are so good. And I've seen 2 of the 3. I haven't seen Train Dreams yet. I'm going to watch it.
Ooh,
I'm a little scared to watch it, but I will eventually see it. But go ahead and talk about these movies.
Train Dreams, you are correct. Train Dreams is the one that I think is one of the better movies I've ever seen. Jones, have you seen Train Dreams?
I have not.
Okay, so this is what is the problem for Train Dreams, is that people don't want to watch it, right? Like, it doesn't sound that fun. It's not that fun, but it's not unfun. It'll capture you early.
Okay.
You'll be fine. Like, it's one of those where I guess we'll start with my favorite one. That's fine. We'll do that. I don't think Joel Edgerton deserves to win Best Actor. I'll say that clearly. I don't think like he does a good job, but it's not like holy shit he carries the movie and only Joel Edgerton could have done this. That's not true. But he's good. He's perfectly good. It's really hard to explain without having seen Train Dreams, but I think that more than any other movie, and without really feeling like it's trying very hard, it espouses a philosophy that deeply connects with me. And I think it's an incredible look at humanity through one man's life. It's hard to explain again without having seen it, but it's like if you see this movie and you really absorb this movie, the director does not feel like he's heavy-handed with trying to make it feel like you have some sort of a takeaway philosophically with it, but it really struck me in this way, and I know it struck at least one of my friends who's a big movie buff in the same way. It's kind of like an extremely elegant argument for I don't know, beautiful existentialism mixed with like a nihilism that has a hint of happiness to it. It's so hard to explain.
You are really selling me on this movie now.
Yeah.
Now I want to see it. Now it sounds compelling.
It is, man. I mean, it'll make you cry for sure, but it's good. I don't know how to explain it's one of those movies that's hard to talk about because it's not like things happen at a fast pace or anything. Like I could give you the synopsis of the movie in probably 30 seconds. I'm not going to. I don't want to ruin it for you. Not that there's any like spoilery things, but it's just a guy's life. It's just, a 50-year period of this guy's life. And there's so many little vignettes in there that are just so powerful. Little characters that you meet. And everything works together, and it all comes together and makes you, or at least made me, feel like I really just watched something that I had never seen before, something unique, something that really truly does have a viewpoint, but does not force the viewpoint down your throat. And I think you could take away a lot of different viewpoints from it if you wanted to. I wasn't seeking a certain viewpoint. It did sort of line up with my general viewpoint on life, but it really like hit me hours after watching the movie. They're like, holy shit, that was just like I watched the best philosophy lecture I've ever seen, is kind of what it was. So I think it's a special movie in that way. I connected with it emotionally, which I don't usually do with movies. And I just thought it was fantastic. It's beautiful, completely beautiful, really well shot. There's no lacking acting performances. Like I said, I don't think Edgerton should win Best Actor for it, but he doesn't fail. He does a great job. William H. Macy has a cameo. He's fantastic. It's a good. I don't know how to explain other than that. You guys should. Jones and Levy. You guys got to watch this movie. All
right, that was a good sales job.
But it's not a strap in and like get ready for some action packed shit to happen. It's not like that. Mm-hmm. You gotta stick with it and like truly dive in. And I think it's the best movie of the year to me, and I think it's the best movie I've seen for a long time. And I love it. So I don't think it's going to win Best Picture. I think like 4 people have seen this movie, but I think it's great. It's definitely the best Netflix movie ever because Netflix fucking sucks at making shit. Somehow they nailed it with this one. I don't know how they got that, but usually the movies that Netflix puts out originally are not that good in my opinion, or have like this weird sheen to them. This does not. This is a different type of thing. This is like a true prestige movie in my opinion.
I mean, I got to push back a little bit on the Netflix thing. Like, Netflix does have some very, very good high-end
I'm sure you
movies.
can probably name some stuff that I hadn't thought of.
All right, that's fine. Yeah. That's fine. We don't have to get into it. Just think it's a little unfair. So I have to push back. I'm a stockholder. I own some Netflix stock.
Right.
So I can't just let
So neither of you guys have seen that, but now you know my opinion. The audience knows my opinion. I think everybody should see Train Dreams. I mean, if you only like action movies, you're not going to like this movie. But if you like movies in general, it's a movie to see. It's great. So let's talk. Do you have any movies besides the movies we've already talked about, including Bugonia and One Battle After Another, over any of the movies that we've talked about for this year?
Yeah.
Jonathan? Which one?
Absolutely. Well, I have Mountainhead above almost everything.
Really?
Yep. That was on HBO.
You love business shit so much. That's what it is. You just love it.
I mean, it's not really business. I mean, it's a little bit businessy.
It is.
But
it is. It's like...
it's just how business people, it's like how Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos would handle, the world, falling apart as AI, videos and stuff like that, or disinformation basically takes over, and how they would try and take advantage.
You have
of
Mountainhead over everything?
Not everything, almost everything.
Wow.
It's my number 2 movie of the year.
Wow.
So I have one thing above it. I think there's a bunch of movies that are really good that are better than the movies that are better than for Bugonia, for example. Like, I did not love Bugonia. I thought it was fine.
Let's dive into that. Let's talk about Bugonia. Give me your shot on Bugonia.
To me, Bugonia felt like a 13-page short story written by a guy who is not normally a science fiction writer, so you don't know how it's going to end. If it was written by Philip K. Dick, you'd already know how it was going to end, right? But it's not, and it felt like somehow that was stretched into 2 hours, and it felt like overly long, and just a lot of slow shots that didn't need to happen, or didn't need to happen as long as they did. There's a lot of that. It actually reminded me of Under the Skin, Scarlett Johansson, also a science fiction-y type movie from back in the day, which has these incredibly long shots of nothing happening. This usually something happened, but it would take a very long time. Like, we'd see someone walking for a while, and then they would do something. And it's like, we didn't need to see all that walking. Why do we have all that walking? It didn't add anything, and there's a lot of that. I
didn't even really notice that at all.
Really? Oh, I felt very, very aware of it. And I'm like, I'm not sure what the purpose of a lot of this is. So that
Jones,
bothered
have you
me.
seen Bugonia? Mm-hmm. So
What do
we
you
got to
think?
decide, guys, are we doing spoilers?
Well, since we've all seen it, no one else has really seen it. Let's do spoilers. Fuck it.
Yeah, we'll do spoilers. I think that's important for the discussion of the quality of the movie. So,
Agreed.
yeah. I didn't notice that the shots were long and stuff, but before I talk about it, Jones, what did you think of Bugonia?
I liked it a lot. I mean, I haven't seen a bunch of I haven't seen Train Dreams. I haven't seen Marty Supreme. And I actually haven't seen One Battle After Another.
Wow.
But of the movies I've seen this year, I think it's probably my favorite, I think.
Wow.
And I think that's a legitimate opinion. I think Train Dreams is it's in the pit tier for me. It's a tier of its own, but Bugonia is definitely an Oscar contender for me, and a great movie. And I think that I didn't even notice the slow shots that you're talking about. I think it's carried by the 2 stars very well. I think they both deserve to be nominated for acting Oscars. I mean, like, Jesse Plemons is so good in that movie. I mean, he's just incredible at that role. You never really know what he's going to do or what his motivations are internally, but you can see everything working. I don't know. If you didn't feel that way, maybe that changes the movie for you. But I felt like him and Emma Stone both did a fantastic job. And I thought every scene that had them having a dialogue, with her clearly having the upper hand every time as like the smarter individual in the dialogue, was really, really well done. And just took me in. Like, I wanted to stay in those scenes for longer. I thought they did a fucking great job with those scenes. Did you not feel that way, Jonathan?
I thought that was the best part of the movie, was their dialogue stuff. I guess this kind of a movie for me is tough. It has to be executed so well, and to me it wasn't executed well enough. Because it's sort of just like a or B type thing. Like, what the answer of it is, either he's right or he isn't, right? And if he's wrong, we know exactly how he's wrong. And if he's right, we know exactly how he's right. There's not a lot of anything else. So when I watch a movie like this, I'm watching with sort of 2 tracks in my head the whole time of, like, I take in the scene and I'm thinking, well, if he's saying she's an alien. If she is an alien and she's saying this, what does that mean? If she isn't an alien and she's saying this, what does that mean? And I'm doing that the whole time.
Well, I think they did a really good job, though, of like tricking the audience into thinking he's very likely to be wrong. Because he's just this type of conspiracy nut guy who's like, he seems like a relatively intelligent conspiracy nut guy, right? Who just like, and he even talks about at one point how he jumped from alt-right to alt-left to like all the different conspiracy things. And like that gives credence to the fact that he's just looking for something to be a conspiracy, this worldwide conspiracy. And all the shit he says about like different chemicals and like what the aliens are supposed to, so for, spoilers happening, like he thinks that Emma Stone's an alien like leader type person, or at least in the council of alien leaders who are trying to dominate humanity, he doesn't really know what the whole deal is with the aliens, but he knows that they have power over humanity, right? And he gives all of these reasons that are just like, this is a relatively intelligent person who has mental illness, is what this seems like. He's just like coming up with these ideas, and I think it's really convincing that he's just like angry at technocrats and the way his life went, and that this is his outlet. And for the ending to be that he was right is really cool, because I don't think most people see that coming. Because a lot of movies like this where it's an either or, I think you feel the pull of what the actual answer is a bit more. In this one, it feels more like this is just kind of a gritty-ish kidnapping movie with fun dialogue, where there's the angle of this guy being a conspiracy nut. And there's kind of a double reveal, right? At the end where Emma Stone finds like his special room in his basement where he's got like specimens of other people, and it's like, oh shit. The reveal is he's actually a serial killer, right? That looks like what the reveal is that. But no, the reveal is he was right all along, and those are actual alien specimens. Or at least some of them are, right?
Two of them.
Two of them are. And the first moment that I actually knew that he was right was when he comes back to the house and she's standing in the basement looking at him. And the way that is shot and like her confidence in that scene, I'm like, oh, he was right. Like I got it right then. Like I had my inklings before, but it tricked me better than most movies do. I thought it did a really good job of that. It seems like Jones agrees with me on that.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I felt like it was a movie that, like, I have some writing background, and I understand like how stories are constructed and whatever. And it's very rare that a movie like surprises me, and that one did. So I just enjoyed that about it.
I mean, I certainly thought it was most likely that he was wrong, and she was not, for sure. But then as the movie progressed, I started to think more and more it was possible, partially just because we kept on that track, partially because she started providing particular kinds of answers. Like at one point she says, go get the antifreeze thing and that'll save your mom, which she then later claims is just antifreeze. So that was interesting if that's really so. But it was so specific, such an odd thing to say that like made me think like, oh God, maybe this is real. Like it's such a weird.
That's an interesting moment for that to be, because I thought that was just like she's like clearly a smart like tech billionaire type person who would probably know the chemical compounds in antifreeze. It wouldn't be that rare for her to, and so she could say, "Go get the thing that has this chemical compound from my car." It says that, but it's not that. And then later she like I think the movie was being truthful about that. She was actually trying to get him to kill his mom so that she could escape, like, and that there was no other thing going on there. Is what I think was happening.
And yet she chooses not to escape.
Yeah, I think because she found it's because she found the room. She didn't find the room before that.
No, of course. But I'm saying she finds the room, and like that was, of course, the other, to me, the obvious giveaway. We're supposed to be figuring this out at this point. As soon as she finds the room and doesn't like the fact that she cares that there's a room there is even a big tell, right? And the fact that she then starts investigating the room, it's like no one in the world would stay in this situation if they were a hostage, right? Like that just doesn't make any sense at all. You wouldn't start reading his notes, and just doesn't. Like, of course, you'd be getting the hell out of there as quickly as possible, and that's that, right? So, but that was not. But again, that's when he's revealing that to us. The director, Yorgos, is revealing that to us. So fair enough. I will say I don't agree with you that these performances were so good. I think they were perfectly fine. Don't get me wrong. I think these are two extremely accomplished actors who've done fabulous performances, too. Like, I think Jesse Plemons is, in general, severely underrated. Thinking back to the movie Civil War from, was it 2 years ago, where he was in the movie for 5 minutes, but a lot of people thought he should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. He had literally one scene in the movie, but it was that good. I just rewatched the scene yesterday, actually. It's just by accident, because it's so good. It's such a great scene. And he's incredible in it and makes the scene so menacing and powerful. Of course, he played Todd in Breaking Bad and showed us a different side to Landry that we knew existed. It was great. I thought he was perfectly fine and good. I thought she was good too and fine, but I did not think they were like unbelievable performances. When I would think of like Emma Stone, for example, even Poor Things, which was 2 years earlier also, same director. I thought that was a much better performance, much more layered, much more interesting performance for me. But
I'm more on the Plemons than Stone being nominated situation. I think she did a great job, but I think Jesse Plemons was really fantastic.
Okay.
How did you feel about the performances, Jones? Did you feel the same as Levy or as me?
I think I'm with you on Plemons, but I'm kind of a sucker for him. I think I've never really disliked him in a role.
Yeah, he's very good.
Ever.
Yeah. We all like him.
Yeah.
He's easy. He's very likable. Even when he's the bad guy, he's likable.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. So overall, for me, this movie was like pretty good, but that's all. Like, better than Sinners for sure, but not like. I was after watching. I was like, I don't really get how this was nominated for Best Picture.
Really?
So
Because I really,
yeah.
As you know, I really get it, and I think a big part of it is that they did such a good job with the reveal, that it was so unclear throughout the movie that was really how it was going to go. So I thought that was great. But hey, we differ in opinion. It's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you're going to hate Train Dreams, and then I'll be sad. That would make me sad.
Well, whatever it takes.
Well, this might be
Whatever it takes.
part of the show where you make fun of me a lot.
Okay.
Which is, I know you look forward to that.
Yeah, I like that.
I have not seen One Battle After Another simply because I don't think Paul Thomas Anderson has made a good film since There Will Be Blood.
Wow. Well,
and I kind of loathe The Master.
me too.
Phantom Thread, Licorice Pizza. Like all of those made me so angry. I wanted to like punch a hole in the wall, and I was like, I'm never watching a Paul Thomas Anderson movie again. So convince me that One Battle After Another is good.
You know what, Chris? I think that's fair. That's a fair take. I didn't even see Phantom Thread or Licorice Pizza because they didn't interest me in any way. Even though Daniel Day-Lewis is in Phantom Thread and he's fucking amazing, it just didn't interest me. There Will Be Blood was good enough that I will give him a chance on any movie that sounds somewhat interesting to me and has the right type of hype. And yeah, let's start with Jonathan's take on One Battle After Another then.
I think it's the best movie of the year. I was captivated by that movie in a way I have not been captivated by anything else this in 2025. I will say, Chris, this is an easy one to watch. It's not like I've seen these movies. I've seen Licorice Pizza. I've seen Phantom Thread. I think they're both fine at best. I did not like The Master at all.
No, The Master sucks.
God, it's so bad.
Yeah. I thought the other two were at least okay, but not great and not something I would recommend to people and not something I would ever watch again. This movie I will absolutely see again. This movie is fun. It's intense. The characters are vivid. It's one of these interesting movies where the main character is complicated enough that he can't really be a hero, but he also can't really not be a hero. It's an interesting thing where, like, I don't want to give anything away, so I'm a little trying to be careful here. I mean, the movie came out like 8 months ago. It's mostly for you, so I guess whatever. This is not a reveal, actually.
No,
this is just something about the main character.
It's not like a twisty movie.
Right, it's not.
So.
But so he's like the guy who's like he's like, a revolutionary type, freedom fighter type. And we're on his side. But he's also a racist, like very openly a racist. And people I've noticed people don't remember that because it's so easy to get caught up in the other stuff. But he absolutely has issues with the Latino kids who are hanging out with his not his white daughter, but with his daughter, who by the way is African American or half, but and is saying things to them that are totally not appropriate, and she's telling him they're not appropriate, and he sort of can't help himself. It's a really, so he's complex, but it has this sense of both fun and intensity all at the same time. It's like juggling this enjoyment piece and this intensity piece in a way that most movies cannot pull off. So I think this movie is like a no-brainer. See it. It's one of those, turn it off after 15 minutes if you don't love it. There's no way you're going to turn it off. It's impossible to turn that movie off after 15 minutes. It's like one
I
of
actually
those.
disagree.
It's not boring at all.
I disagree with that statement because I think it's a great movie. I think it's probably clearly number 2 over Bugonia for me, and Bugonia being number 3. But I think it starts a little rough. I do. It starts with action and intensity, and it's like interesting what's happening. But I'm like, I don't really enjoy the first 15 to 20 minutes or so. I would say that much. It's like
before they jump ahead to the rest of the movie.
Yeah, it's like too sexually charged or something like that. I don't know. There's something weird with that, but in the end, it's a fantastic movie in my opinion. But I do tell people when I say it's a great movie that you might not enjoy the first 15 minutes because I didn't really enjoy that part that much. Although it does. Okay. The introduction to Sean Penn's character is creepy as fuck in the right way, that he maintains that creepiness throughout the movie. He's really fucking creepy in this movie in an impressive way. And I think if anybody is going to win Best Actor besides the Bugonia people, it should be Leo for this movie because his charisma absolutely carries this movie. Without it's not like one of those prestige acting roles like Daniel Day-Lewis doing There Will Be Blood, where it's like, oh, I can see the acting chops right here. but I can feel that Leo is special in this role. I can feel that this is not something that can be pulled off by everybody. The level of charisma that he has and the level of depth that he brings to the character with subtle acting ability. And I think he did a fantastic job. I think he carries the movie, but the movie itself is good even without him. Even if it was a lesser actor in the role, it would still be a great movie, but I think he elevates it quite a bit.
So Benicio del Toro is nominated for Best Supporting Actor. What did you think of his performance?
I thought he was great. I think that's a good. I think that's a good nomination. He was a really good contraposition to Leo. So slight spoilers. Sorry, Chris, but Leo's like this kind of. He truly did some illegal revolutionary stuff throughout his earlier life. For most of the movie, most of the movie takes place after he's already done all that stuff. And he's kind of at this point not really a revolutionary anymore, and kind of was just kind of a one-off, kind of a fraud at this point, almost in a way, although a legend in the community of revolutionaries. But Benicio del Toro brings the calm professionalism of I just do this illegal shit that I think is right all the time, and it's not a problem for me, and I just have no problem being calm during all of these situations, and I can handle it, and he does that perfectly. I think he did a great job with that. Seems like you have the maybe different opinion, Jonathan.
I thought the character was fine. I thought his performance was lackluster. Not bad, but I thought anyone could have done it. I didn't see it as special in any way. I don't understand how he's nominated.
I thought
That's true for a lot of actors. I think there's too many actor nominations. There should be 2 or 3 people nominated for each actor post in most years. Usually there aren't that many incredible performances, in my opinion. So,
well, what did you think about Leo's performance? You didn't touch on that.
I thought it was certainly good. It didn't stand out to me the way it stood out to you. I saw it when it came out, so it has been a long time.
I did too.
It came out, I think, in April, right?
I saw it when it came out too.
Yeah, so it's been 9 months or 10 months. I can't really remember his performance. I remember being caught up in the movie deeply and the energy of it. To me, it's more of a director thing and a script thing than a performer thing with that movie. But although I will say Sean Penn was clearly doing work.
Yeah.
If anyone, I would give it to Sean Penn as nailing the hell out of his role. Partially because it's such a different role for him, and he embodied it so intensely, and he was so evil and such, and yet had his own sense of morality. It's a whole
he was a complicated character. He was a bit complicated too, But
and all these characters are well written, and all these. I mean, so the movie is going to be good. But I thought his performance stood out as a rangy Sean Penn performance I've even seen in a while, as opposed to the Leo performance, which is more I feel I see Leo do versions of this, maybe not exactly this character, but versions of this kind of a thing, and it's good, and he's good at it, and I have no problem with Leo as the star of this movie by any means. I don't need him to be nominated personally.
I think that, and I'm not trying to insult you when I say this. I'm going to try very hard not to frame it.
We'll see how it goes,
because I don't mean it this way. But Sean Penn's character is definitely a flashier role from an acting perspective. If you're gonna make a statement as I'm embodying this fucking weirdo role, Leo's character is more subtle. But I think that's it's hard to pull off being that good while being subtle. Even though he's an outlandish person, but he's it's not Sean Penn's character is almost from the Star Wars universe. He's almost that level of a weird charter,
Yeah.
And Leo's just
That's
a guy who has had a interesting life, basically.
I think I don't mean to insult you with this, so I hope you don't take this in an insulting way.
I will.
I feel most people give the credit to the actor when often it should be given to the director and writer. And so they say, I love that performance, and what they mean is they love that character. And that's different. The performance of the character is different than the character. And I think people struggle to
But I think it would be totally
delineate
different
those.
if you can't see it having been done by somebody else, but I think it comes out totally different when done by somebody else. Do you think Leo was good in Wolf of Wall Street, or do you think that was just the character?
I think the character is incredible. I think Leo was great. That doesn't mean I don't think someone else could have done it. I do think someone else could have done both of these roles.
I think someone else could
really
have done
do.
it. I'm just saying I think he did it as well as you could do it.
It's hard to say, right? Like
Yeah.
Like sometimes you don't know how good someone could be until you see something. You're like, oh my God. Like My Left Foot, Daniel Day-Lewis's first breakthrough role way back when. I remember watching that movie and being blown away by that performance and sort of being like, I didn't know this was possible, kind of like that this was someone could do shit like this. Like this was so crazy to me. It was so I'm looking for a performance that sort of like raised that level of ceiling as where I'm like, whoa. And it doesn't have to be flashy, although flashy helps, no question about it. Like I will say, and maybe this is to your point, but like I Am Sam, Sean Penn and I Am Sam, where he plays
exactly
someone with Down
point.
syndrome. Flashy role. But incredible, like an incredible job. You know, now I would disagree. Like Dustin Hoffman won Best Actor. I don't think that was a great performance. For Rain Man, where he played an autistic kid. I didn't think that was a great performance at all. I thought it was fine, but it just was different and flashy. But I didn't think it was deep.
Well, I'm not saying that you give credit to every flashy performance. I'm just saying that you and probably most of the world may overrate flashy performances when done well versus non-flashy performances when done well.
I think it's easy to do that for sure. I just think it goes the other way too, where people love the writing so much and love the direction so much and don't know how to tease it out. And so they give credit to the actor. Like they love what the actor said, but the actor didn't write that line. But they love that the actor said it, and they love the editing, and they love how it all came together. And so the actor gets credit for all of that, and then hence a great performance. And I think it is very difficult to tease out as people who are not there and seeing the performance. Yeah. And also, by the way, seeing the other actors who were auditioning for that role and even seeing like, how much better is this person? Like there's so much data we don't have that they have, right? But they is just like the director, essentially, and the casting agent and or the casting person. And everyone else, it's like, we don't know. This is the person who we got, right? So it's tough to tease out. I agree with you. And flashy makes it a little easier. I agree. Yeah. But a lot of people can't pull off the flashy role or try and really miss. I think that happens too.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think you're right about that. But either way, I think there were no bad performances in the movie. Like even I
agree.
Probably the most unlikable character is Perfidia, and I think that's a good performance by her, though. Even like you're supposed not to like her, but and you really don't. Like she's bad. Yeah.
Totally. But that people like people who play unlikable characters too, for sure. I mean, Lockjaw is another example of that, and to some degree, right? He's certainly unlikable, but he has a real chance to win this year, right? So it goes all the ways. It goes in all directions. This is a very hard category to do, and I don't know. Like I think about a movie like Marriage Story, which I know you said was just too depressing or something like that.
It's difficult to watch. Yeah.
Yeah, difficult to watch for sure. I thought really powerful. So I thought like Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver were really good in those roles. But I would say Little Women, which is the same year, 2019, with Saoirse Ronan and Florence Pugh. They're playing not flashy things at all. Like those are not flashy roles. But I would say that Saoirse Ronan is awesome in that role and embodies that person and the spirit in a way that is like life-affirming and powerful. And so I would say she did a much better job than Scarlett Johansson, even though I thought Scarlett Johansson was good and she had the flashier role. I think Saoirse Ronan would deserve like all the awards. All right. I don't think she got them.
I haven't seen that movie, so I can't comment on that. But let's put a pin in One Battle After Another.
Okay.
I want to mention, because we briefly mentioned it, but like all this intense shit happens, but it's also just very funny. There's like, I definitely laughed out loud at this movie multiple times. I don't know how they pull it off while maintaining a serious vibe. Like funny things happen and you're still like, I still am in this story. I don't feel like it's like a joke, right? But like, I think the funniest thing is when he's trying to get the code, like what time is it? And then he finally gets the reveal. That is such a funny scene.
There's a lot of really great scenes though. I mean, that are really funny. I mean, I think it really is like a comedy drama. It's not like a drama that's like a little funny. I think it really is like comedy is right there with it. And that's part of what makes it almost such a crazy movie that it can do all the things, it juggle all these genres so well. Like it juggles the drama and the comedy kind of perfectly. And so we get this like an amazing film, like a really an amazing film.
So you have that as your favorite movie of the year.
Yeah.
I have Train Dreams as my favorite movie of the year. You haven't seen that. But I think I have One Battle as second and Bugonia as third. Jones somehow hasn't seen either of our favorite movies of the year. What a producer. How have you not seen One Battle After Another? I mean, I understand nobody's seen
I told you I wrote off Paul Thomas Anderson movies, so maybe you've convinced me here to like drag myself to watch it.
This is an easy watch. Just do it. You're gonna like it. It's great.
Right.
It's one of his true classics. He's got like
All right.
3. This is one of them. Just watch
Well,
it. It's like this, Magnolia, and
There Will Be Blood.
Yeah. Right. Those are like his 3 best movies.
Well,
but I
if
think
I
this is
don't-
better than Magnolia. Personally.
All right. I'll check it out. I'll check it out begrudgingly. If I don't like it, I won't mean to insult you, but I will call you both idiots.
That's fine. If you don't like one battle after another, then you're an asshole. How about that?
I mean, your boos don't phase us. We've seen what you cheer for. As, Rick Sanchez. Rick Sanchez said that once. And damn it,
That's good stuff.
right.
All right. Well, I
put a pin
think
in it,
that.
though, real quick, Jonathan, who do you have as the best acting performance of the year? Because you seem to have not really liked any of them.
that is a great question. I don't know off the top of my head. I would need to Chris. Do you have the nominees? Read some of the nominees, and I'll tell you. What
Do you want the actor in a leading role? Is Timothy Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, and Wagner Moura in The Secret Agent.
All right, give me best supporting actor.
So supporting actors is
Sean
Benicio
Penn.
del Toro, Jacob Elordi, Delroy Lindo, Sean Penn, and Stellan Skarsgård.
Okay, so I would say it's between Elordi, Sean Penn, and Stellan Skarsgård as the 3 best acting performances by men anyway this year. Skarsgård for Sentimental Value, talk about a non-flashy role. Kind of a slow, a little boring movie. He's definitely nailing the hell out of it, though, and he's doing a good job. I thought Elordi was great. It's a flashy role. I thought Elordi was great as Frankenstein, amazing as Frankenstein. I didn't know Frankenstein could be like this, and it was very exciting to see. You know, well, Oscar Isaac was sort of doing the opposite, not doing a good enough job as Dr. Frankenstein, where it was he was hammy and weird, while Elordi is soulful and has an anger and a desire, and it was I don't know. Elordi really impressed me.
I'm surprised that Jesse Plemons is not on that list. He was so good.
Yeah, I agree.
don't understand. I guess the Academy
world
agrees
agrees with me.
with Jonathan. I always knew he was part of the overlords. Maybe
he's
this
trash.
is our Begonia. Jonathan's an alien.
He's trash.
We have to dissect him.
What about women? Who are the nominees for women?
Jessie Buckley in Hamnet, Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson, Song Sung Blue, Renate Reinsve, and Emma
Sentimental
Stone.
Value.
Oh, Emma Stone did.
What was
get
the last
nominated?
one?
Okay.
Emma Stone.
Oh, Emma Stone. How about the supporting?
Elle Fanning, Inga Ib's daughter, Lilius, Amy Madigan, Wunmi Mosaka, and Teyana Taylor.
Yeah, I wouldn't give out an award to women this year, I think. They were fine. Those were good performances in there, and I think the woman from Sentimental Value, actually both women from Sentimental Value did a nice job for sure. Elle Fanning, very heartfelt. I don't know how important the character was. I think if you remove that character, the movie would be very similar. But
You
nothing
are
as good
way
as I thought
too
those
harsh
3.
of a critic of acting. You have no respect for acting, is what it seems like.
I
That's
used to do acting. I was an actor, so I have you're right. I think it's pretty easy to do for the most part. So when I see an extraordinary performance, I'm impressed, but often I'm a lot of people could do this. I just feel I'm lots of people could do that. Great job. A lot of people could have done that job. So whatever, moving on. I like this. It's when someone does something that I don't think a lot of people could do that I'm really impressed with, and I am very hard on it. It's true.
So you thought it was a weak movie year, and I thought it was a strong movie year.
I did. Absolutely. My number 3 movie of the year, want to get ready to see Grant
Is
get
it
infuriated,
Mountainhead?
is Superman.
Superman.
Oh, God.
Man,
I mean it. I'm not kidding.
That was
I thought that was the 3rd best
awful.
movie of the year.
we just disagree
Awful?
so much.
Oh,
You thought it was awful? You don't do you
my-
not like Guardians of the Galaxy either? I guess?
no, I love Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's the same movie. How do you not like that?
it's
They're
just
the
so
same.
bad.
All the jokes are the same beats, the same heartfelt. How is that not the same? The same actors are in it. What are you talking about?
That's
weird.
No.
Wow,
I
that is
did not-
surprising. You hated
did
Superman.
not. Oh, I just hated it so much.
Wow. Oh, it was so great. It's such a great movie. It's wonderful. It's a
Right.
wonderful.
All right,
Most
so
people
Jonathan
agree
has
with
Superman
you.
for Best Picture. Let's just leave it at that. That's what Jonathan has.
Yeah, most people agree with me. I know who've seen it. Yeah, that was a very well regarded film for sure. Other movies I thought that were really, really good this year. Companion, which no one talks about. That was the one with Jack Quaid and I can't remember her name off the top of my head. It hurts me. Sophie somebody, where she's the android sex robot movie. It's a fun thriller. Came out a year ago.
Big surprise. Jonathan likes a movie with a sex robot in it.
I mean, I do like those sex robot movies. They are good. They're usually good. A movie that goes unspoken about by most people. I'm surprised it got essentially no nominations is Materialists with Pedro Pascal and Dakota Johnson, Chris Evans. It's really good. It is like heartfelt and intense and honest in ways that you don't really ever see movies be, or art even being, at least popular art. I thought Dakota Johnson was excellent in this role. Really excellent. I thought Pedro Pascal was amazing in this role. These two guys were awesome. These are maybe two of my favorite performances of the year now that I think about it, and also pretty understated, but like really believable. Like I completely believe these actors, and they're saying things to each other that are honest but intense a lot, and things you don't see people say. And it was, I think it's a really good movie that it just sort of passed through. And I don't know how it didn't get a bunch of nominations anyway, like best director, best screenplay, some of the acting stuff, but it got nothing.
Well, let's not go all the way down the list. I know you need to go shop for sex robots, so we got to give you time for that. Anything we want to say is like a conclusion? You thought it was a bad movie year. I thought it was a good movie year. Jones, what did you think?
I think it's an incomplete year because I need to see some of these movies that you're talking about.
I will say I haven't seen Hamnet yet. I haven't seen Secret Agent. I haven't seen Train Dreams. All supposed to be really good. All that sound like they're going to be unbelievably slow and hard to get through. I understand. I heard you're selling on Train Dreams, and I'm going to watch it. The other two are a little. Hamnet's going to be really tough to watch, I think.
That's going to be tough for me too.
I know it's going to be. It's one of those that pays off at the very end, but I think all the way through it's like really slow.
It's not. It's not at the level of Wuthering Heights, but it's in the category of like, why would I watch?
Yeah,
Hamnet.
Jessie Buckley is, everyone thinks for sure is going to get the Best Actress nod. So maybe when I said it was a bad year for like maybe that's, in terms of like truly great performances, maybe that's not fair since I haven't seen her in this and everyone thinks she's going to win. So maybe she just killed it, and fair enough. I believe that's possible. She certainly has that in her. The other thing I wanted to bring up, which is not movie related, so get ready to switch gears. But I think it's important we spend at least a little time talking about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. We had said after the third episode, I had said, if it keeps getting better, it could actually catch up to The Pit. And I would say the fourth episode did get better.
Yeah,
in fact, got so much better that I think it is actually is now ahead of The Pit for me in terms of best show of the year. Wow. And the thing I'm most upset about with The Night of the Seven Kingdoms is that it's only 6 episodes long. It ends after 6 episodes. To me, that is heartbreaking because I can't believe how good the show is. And I can't believe that literally every episode for me is better than the last.
It's been very good. I agree. I haven't seen The Pit this year, as the listeners know who listen to other things. I'm waiting till it's all done to see season 2 of The Pit. But yeah, Night of Seven Kingdoms has been exemplary. I agree. The 4th episode did take the big event at the end of the 3rd episode and really run with it in a way that worked. And it kept you in the same feel, but it raised the stakes in a significant way. So yeah, I thought it was good. I agree, and I think it definitely has a chance to be the best show of the year. It's in the running, and we're only in the beginning of the year. So hopefully we get lucky and there's a lot of contenders, right? That's the hope.
That'd be incredible.
I got a chip away at the work. I got a bigger play to rehearse. I gotta live today like I'm in the race. Show the world I know my own worth. Heavyweight to burden, I persevere. Been persevering since birth. Fight for what we deserve until we reunite Mother Earth. We're rewriting the rule book, rewiring our brains. Deep dive in the framework, yeah, we can be the change. Future's ours to claim if we grab it by the reins. Break the chain, we're gonna make it rain. We